Hi, and welcome to Lesson 3, Step 2. Check your photo's resolution. In this step, we'll go over a few simple ways to check the actual resolution of your photo, and then in Step 3, we'll determine just how large you can print based on your photo's resolution. But before we get into the details, I'd like to remind all of us, because everyone needs reminding sometimes, that when you're out there shooting, always shoot at the highest possible resolution. You have a camera with a lot of megapixels, so use them. Of course, later you could save your photos in a lower resolution for a smaller file size, but it's hard to add pixels that were never there in the first place. So, before you start shooting, just double check your settings and make sure that you have your camera set to shoot at the highest possible resolution. Don't shoot low resolution photos unless you're only planning to share them digitally and not to make beautiful wall prints. Now, let's start by talking about pixels. Photo resolution is measured in pixels, not in inches or centimeters. This means that to measure a photo's resolution, you'll need to know the width and height of your photo in pixels. Now, the term pixel is an abbreviation of the words picture element. Whoop. And every digital image you see, whether it's a photo or a video clip or an animated game, every digital image is made up of pixels. I once explained pixels to my children by describing them as super tiny squares that can only have one color. You put enough of these super tiny squares, the pixels together, and eventually you'll have an image. Have you ever heard of an image looking blocky or pixelated? That comes from the idea of square, blocky pixels. When an image doesn't have enough pixels for its viewing distance, it can look blocky and not like the smooth, continuous photo image that we're used to seeing. Let's take a look together. Here, I've zoomed in to one pixel that is the color blue, a blue square. But as I zoom out, you can see that the one pixel is surrounded by hundreds, well, actually probably thousands or tens of thousands of other pixels, and that together they make up this stunning photo from Italy by photographer Albert Dross. This photo has a specific number of pixels along its width and along its height. But since we can't possibly count all those tiny pixels ourselves, we need another way to figure out the photo's width and height in pixels. And we need to do that to determine if it's big enough for a wall print and which size wall print. Thankfully, digital photos are saved with this information automatically, and it's in their metadata. And all we need to do is find that metadata. To find your photo's resolution, if you use Photoshop, simply open your photo in Photoshop and click on Image. Scroll down to the image size. Make sure that the photo width and height are set to the pixels, like this, and voila, you have the width and height of your photos in pixels. If you don't use Photoshop, it's still very easy to find the pixels of your photo. On a Mac, right-click or control-click on the photo, and then scroll down and click on Get Info. Under More Info, you'll find the number of pixels. This photo is 3200 by 4800 pixels. On a PC, simply right-click on the photo and scroll down to Properties, and then check under Details for the photo's size in pixels. So, now that you know how to check the resolution of a photo, any photo that you want to, go ahead and make sure you know the resolution of that great photo that you want to see on your wall. And in Step 3, I'll show you how to use it to figure out just how big or bigger you can print it. I'll see you there.